Hello again everybody and welcome to another Oculus Rift CV1 First Impressions in DCS world. This time I'm moving on to air-to-air, flying the F-15C Eagle. I'm going to employ some long-range missiles and work my way in close against some Sukhoi 27s and MiG-29s. And like in the first two videos in this series, the model enlargement setting is at the highest I can put it, at the large setting. So this is sort of the best case scenario right here if you're evaluating it with specific settings in mind. And also, and I know that most of you know this and that I'm sort of stating the obvious here, but the cockpit view, if it seems a little bit shaky or a little bit jittery, that's because I'm giving real-time commentary as I do in all my videos. So what you're seeing are the natural head movements, and wherever possible, I'm having different views show up in these videos so that unless anything just really important is going on in the cockpit, that's not going to be your primary focus. So with that, let me go ahead and get into the mission. It's an instant action mission called Constant Peg 2 in DCS World 2.0 on the Nevada map.
Welcome to Constant Peg 2 over the EC South Range. You have two pairs of Russian-built fighters closing off your nose. Use your flight and BBR skills to splash them. Flight, radar on.
Okay, gotcha. I have a pretty good idea of what's coming. Actually, four aircraft right in front of me about 35 miles out. I've got my flight with radar and ECM on. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively go flight engage bandits, and then I'm going to tell my wingman to cover me, that's F7. And what I'm going to do is let 3 and 4 drive on straight into these guys. I'm going to take 2 with me and come around here and sort of pincer them from the left. I'm going to go to trackball scan mode on my radar. And that was 345 for 35. Okay, that's the same groups I'm on. Okay, there we go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll bug 1, 2. I'll bug all 4 of them. I'll just dump off M120s once I get into a good range here. Okay, let me go ECM on myself, because I know these guys are going to start firing. I think they have AA-10s, longer range missiles, so they should start to take shots at any time now. Okay, 40 miles, and 3 and 4 should be back there if everything is going correctly here. About to take some shots themselves. Coming up on about 16, 17 miles, I'm going to turn in, jump off my M120s, and then break off to the left. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. As 2's taking shots as well. Okay, that's perfect. That's just the way I want this to go. Okay, back to 20 mile scan. I'm just going to keep these in the edge of my scope right there. Okay, that's a missile launch off of one of them. Okay, hit on 1. Okay, I've got tally. Okay, 1's turning into me. Okay, let me go ahead and go for like a vertical scan mode. AIM-9s are called up. Missile launch coming in off of 4. I think the one that I need to worry about is right up here. I've got the contrail. That's Fox 3 off of 2. Hey, lock this guy. Okay, I'm just seeing the contrail. I'm not seeing the bandit. Okay, I've lost sight of the one that I was looking at. Okay, I know he's right out here though. Maybe down below me. Okay, let me just put my nose back up and come back around. I think the fight is right over to my right. Okay, well, there we go. Apparently that went okay because, okay, I splashed the flanker flight. I'm going to get one more flight in here at some point, but I'm just going to come back over here and try to reestablish out here and get my flight wrangled up, or at least figure out where they are. There's one of them right there. That's got to be an F-15. And Taliban at 12 o'clock off of 2. If he's calling that, then... Oh, wow. Okay, I missed that. That's contrails up high. Looks like possible missile launches. I'm up in the contrails, too. I didn't mean to get this high. I'm going to drop some chaff just for a good measure. Friendly. Let me drop that guy. I'll just come over here and support whichever guy this is. I've lost track of... Okay, I've got a contact up here right now. Let me go back to AIM-120s. Okay, radar contact. Let me lock this guy's single target track if I can get him. Okay, let's see here. MiG-29 confirmed. I'm going to take an AIM-120 shot. Yeah, I'm clear to do that. There's nothing around this guy. That's the only one that I see. Although there were 2 sets of contrails, weren't there? Let me just keep this. Let me just turn and run this intercept. I've got another AIM-120 if this one doesn't hit. Okay, AIM-120 is... Okay, I think that one missed. Let me take another one. Okay, that was a hit. I just wasted an AIM-120. That's okay though. Let me put my nose up. I've got energy to spare. It's a missile launch from somewhere. Chaff and flare out off of me. Let me just verify this guy went down. Okay, he definitely went down now. Okay, visual contact down low. Let me go for a vertical scan. Aim 9s are up. Okay, merge called off of AWACS. I saw something down here. Okay, 4's calling. Fox 3, I don't want to lose too much altitude. Okay, I've lost whatever it is. Okay, more contacts behind me. Okay, I've got some energy here. I need to turn into this a little bit aggressively. I'll kick some flare just in case. I just have a bad feeling. Is that? Okay, F-15. Okay, that was the one that I was just on. Okay. Okay, well, I'm actually having a pretty good success picking these guys up visually, but I just don't have anything that's available to me right now. Okay, 29 contact behind me. Let me drop some chaff and brake aggressively in this direction. That was on the RWR that I had that contact. I'm still in vertical scan radar mode. Yeah, I've just got nothing out here, but that's nothing new to me when it comes to air-to-air. I'm wasting a little bit of fuel here since I'm just turning in circles. Okay, visual out there on the horizon. Okay, that's not where I was expecting that guy to be. I've got something right there, aim 9 lock. Well, that is MiG-29. I'm going to take this shot. Got a couple more aim 9s. Okay, I'm going to go flare out. I think that was a missile launch. No, those were flare being launched off of that MiG. Let me put my nose up. Hit. I feel like that was a lucky hit because that was a lot of flare that guy was putting out. Okay, this guy is... I'll put one more into him for good measure. I think this is the last one. Okay, that's more flare coming out from this guy. Cannons are up just in case. Nose up. Okay, well, let me do this. It's been a long time since I've tried this. Oh, come on. How is... He's down, though. And with that, all the aircraft are destroyed. This last one just sort of flew in straight and level survival mode for a couple of minutes and then crashed. But the mission ends here. That was a very quick one. And just overall impressions about how I think that went. Radar, RWR, and HUD displays were just no issue at all. I had very clear vision and could read absolutely every number that was displayed to me. And also, this is a Flaming Eclipse 3 aircraft, so it's very keyboard intensive, and at no time did frankly, I didn't even notice looking down there and making the changes. And like I said a couple of videos ago, I believe it was in the first one, that the little slit that we have at our nose gives about a palm-sized view of the keyboard, and I was simply glancing down throughout this whenever I needed to change the radar mode. I had no trouble. I know I switched to cannons at one point, so apparently I reached down there and picked out the C key out of all those, and I didn't even think about it. And I mean, I'll caveat this as I'm caveating all of this. This is just my impression, but man, I'm having no trouble at all using the keyboard. If I had to describe the level of visibility and just my ability to pick up on where aircraft were and were not, I would say that it felt like I was flying an air-to-air mission pre-model visibility enhancement or pre-DCS World 1.5, in that I could very quickly find targets if there was something cueing me in on their location. Like contrails were very apparent. The trails off of missile launches gave me a very good clue at a couple of points where the aircraft were. Once I had something cueing me in on the location to look, then yeah, it was just very, very apparent. Okay, there's the dot, or there's the, group of 3 or 4 gray pixels right there. But keeping in mind this was at the maxed out model visibility setting, what I really feel is that we need 1 or 2 notches above this for VR. Something that maybe not necessarily increases the size. I don't really think that size or how many pixels are presented for an object really matters so much as contrast. Make the black pixels blacker, make the white pixels whiter. Just something that I can dial back and find my own happy medium. And I think that the large setting right here, I don't know, that it actually felt pretty good. I think the result that I got here is about the result that I would want. I had to work to find these things, but sometimes a person doesn't really want to work, and I think a couple more notches above this would do the trick. So with that, I'm going to wrap this video up here and move on into some different aircraft in different situations. So I've hit air-to-ground fixed wing, air-to-ground rotary wing, sort of long range, air-to-air. I think the next one on the list is going to be some like World War II, or maybe a sort of borderline Korean era in close air-to-air, and see how that experience is. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.